Solving quadratic equations. I sent yesterday a video, and as I told you, if you didn't have the chance to open the video yesterday, not a problem. We will review it today, because yesterday we had tests. Lots of students were here taking the tests, and a few other students didn't have the chance also to open the assignment because of a glitch on Teams. But never mind. We will work today on the same thing, on the same topic. Different methods of solving quadratic equations. We know that the quadratic formula is the new method that we learn, is applied to any quadratic equations. But before that, we have been using other methods, the zero product rule, or even the completing the square one, that you apply the square root property. Those are a few methods. Check this screen out. Check this example. This is from yesterday's quiz. Okay? If you have the equation parenthesis b minus 1 plus parenthesis times parenthesis b plus 4 plus parenthesis equals to 0. You have this equation. This is a quadratic equation that you can apply distributive property, simplify, and you're going to find the equation as ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0. But you need to work this out. You need to change, right? You need to apply distributive property, addition property, multiplication property, whatever, and then you're going to find this. After that, you can apply the square root property, the quadratic formula, negative b plus or minus square root of b squared minus 4ac over 2a, and do all the calculations and find the solutions. Or you can identify the best methods, and you're gonna, if you select, for example, the zero product rule as the method, you're gonna find the answer real quick. Look, just 2 steps. That's the point. That's the whole point of having different methods. You can select the best one, the one that gives you less work, less trouble. At the end, all the answers are going to be the same, no matter the method that you select. So, for this one, b minus 1 equals 0, or b plus 4 equals 0. What is the final answer? What are the numbers missing here on the question mark? Can you help me? I will call a couple of students to help me out. Let me select from the list. Real quick, I'm recording for later, for uploading on YouTube. So I agree with you, Joelian. The answer for the first one is b equals positive 1. That makes 1 minus 1 equals 0, right? And the answer for the second one is b equals negative 4. That makes negative 4 plus 4 equals 0, right? The answers are 1 and negative 4. And we use the zero product rule because it's easier than applying the quadratic formula or even the completing the square formula. Moving on, we're talking here about the methods. Sometimes it's easier to use method number 1 to factor and use the zero product rule. Sometimes it's better to use method number 2, the square root property. But all the time you can use the quadratic formula, any situation. The point is, no matter which method you use, you're always going to find the same solution at the end, okay? Let me show an example, and I will ask your suggestion. We have the equation x squared plus 6x equals negative 8, and you have to tell me, do you want me to solve it using the first method, factor out and apply the zero product rule, or you want me to use the second method, completing the square and then the square root property, or then you want me to solve using the third method, the quadratic formula. Tell me which one do you prefer? Which one do you select? Good morning, Christian. Christian, which one do you think is the best? Not the best method. Select anyone. Tell me any method. Which one do you want to see to apply for this equation here? Method 1, 2, or 3. Send me a message. Tell me you're gonna pick. You're gonna tell the method they're gonna use. The method 1, factor and apply zero rule, zero product rule. Number 2, completing the square and square root property. Or number 3, the quadratic formula. Send me a message now. I'm waiting. I need to go on, to move on, and to work this example. But I need your input. You will decide. Christian, what do you think? Anthony, 1, 2, or 3. Joelian, you can select 1, 2, or 3. So I will work number 1, factor out and apply zero product rule, okay? This is your selection, your choice. The method selected, this one. We need to have the equation like that, x squared plus 6x, and we move this -8 to the left hand side, okay? Becomes a positive. So positive plus 8 equals 0. Nice? We need to factor out, and I like the AC method to factor out. A times C equals 8, and B equals 6. Find two numbers that multiplied is equals to 8, and the sum of the numbers equals to 6. Two numbers. We have a few options, but the best option that makes the multiplication equals to 8, the sum equals to 6, is positive 2 and positive 4, right? Positive 2 and positive 4. We can write this equation here. We can factor out x plus 2 times x plus 4 equals to 0. Now we can apply what? The zero product rule. That means this can be equals to 0 and that equals to 0. If x plus 2, the first solution, x plus 2 equals 0, that means x equals what? -2. The second solution, x plus 4 equals 0. To have x plus 4 equals 0, we need to plug in x equals -4. The answers are -2 or -4. And again, you send me the message. You select the method number 1. We could use method number 2. We could use method number 3. The answer at the end will be the same solution, no matter the method you apply. Now let's, we have two options now. It's up to you as well. Tell me. We can move on and practice on the questions of our quiz today, or we can solve the same example using a different method. What is your option? What do you want me to do? Go on, move on, and practice on the quiz, or try to solve the same example using a different method? What's your option? Christian, Anthony, what's your suggestion? Messages. Now let's find what is the right answer. Thank you. Timothy broke the secret here for one solution. One solution he found. Thank you, Timothy. We're gonna move this match, and this will go to the other side of the equation, will become a negative, right? So we will have, let me just move this up. We're gonna have first solution, 5 minus 7 equals negative 2. This is one possible solution. Nice, well done, Timothy, very good. Next, another solution, another possible solution I found is, and this is the traditional one, the one you find online. Get this same match, instead of moving to the other side, move here to this space. And then you're gonna find 9 minus 7 equals 2. This is another one, another possible solution. So you have two options. You can use this, either one is right. This is right, you can use that one, that's also right. There is at least one more option, a third option, but I'm not sharing with you. This will be a challenge. This will be for you to spend the rest of the day trying to figure it out. I'm kidding, you don't need to spend the rest of the day, but this is the challenge if you want to try to find a third solution, another solution. The first period, they actually found a third solution. That's it. If you want the points, just write the first or the second one, both are right. Let's move and work on our practice, okay? That's the quiz. Today you solve the quadratic equations by using any methods. If you notice, this is the same quiz from yesterday. If you completed yesterday's quiz and you're happy, you think you know enough about all the methods, you're good, you can have your lunch. But I will try to show the different methods, how to select the best methods. And I will share, I'm gonna try to share the screen, the whiteboard, so you can also write down your answers. I'm not going to complete the solutions. I will write until the last, the one step before the last, and then you can complete. Okay? You have the whiteboard on your screen, on Teams. I will also share a link. If it's not working on Teams, you can open on the app, and I'm gonna share a link with you. You're gonna be able to open on the app. This. Okay. And give me feedback if it's working, if you can see, you can zoom in, you can write down your answers. Let me show the beginning, how to start letter A, okay? We can use zero product rule, we can use square root property, or you can use the quadratic form. For this, letter A, I think the best option is going to be the zero product rule. Because, check, we can make this equal 0, we can make that equal 0, and the product is going to be 0. So the first solution, make 2t plus 5 equals 0, and then you're going to find t equals to what? The second solution, make t minus 1 equals 0, then you're going to have t equals what? Complete the answer, right? It's up to you. For letter D, what do you think? Which one is the best method? I would use the square root property, because you can apply square root on the first, on the left-hand side of the equation. We can apply square root on this right-hand side of the equation. Don't forget that this is positive or negative, right? And this can simplify with the square. So we have x minus 3 equals to what? Positive or negative? The square root of 16 is 4. So the first answer is x minus 3 equals negative 4. The second answer, x minus 3 equals positive 4. Then you find x equals, complete the answer. It's up to you. You can access whiteboard, you can write down your answers. Now for letter J. I think letter J, the best is going to be the quadratic formula, because you can find A equals 4, B equals 8, and C equals what? Negative 5. Plug in it into the formula. Y equals negative B plus or minus the square root of B squared minus 4AC over 2A. Now plug in the numbers. B is 8, negative B is negative 8, plus or minus the square root of 64, minus negative 4 times 4, negative 16, negative 16 times negative 5, positive 80. Over, what? 8, 2 times 4, this is equals negative 8 plus or minus the square root of 64 plus 80, this is 144, and the square root of 144 is 12. You can check in your calculator, okay? 12 over 8. We will find two different solutions. The first one, y equals negative 8 minus 12 over 8. And y equals what? And the second, y equals negative 8 plus 12 over 8. And this is y equals, you can complete. Let me zoom out. You can zoom out by yourself. You can write your answers and share with me. I need you to complete the answers for A, D, and J. Okay, you're gonna leave it there. Access whiteboard and share your solutions.